Hello there, Board Game Maniacs. Thanks for joining us for another Game of Adventure Saturday, where we are going to be playing Test of Honor. Originally, when this game first came out, it was created by Warlord Games. And then gentlemen, actually a couple of guys that have created this, taken it over when Warlord Games was done with their run, and they created their own system, or updated system. Well, they wrote it anyhow on that, but when they were working for Warlord Games, it's greyfornailgames.com. Go check them out. It is the second season of Test of Honor. Our second edition of Test of Honor, I should say. New miniatures, new rule sets, and everything else. However, we are not going to be playing with the second season of Test of Honor rules. This is going to be a combination of Season 1 or Version 1 of the rules that was created originally, because this is where, when I purchased it, Warlord Games had the rights to it. And a little tiny bit of house rules I'm going to be combining into this. But as I said before, if you want more information about this Test of Honor game, which is an incredible game, and you want an updated rule set, models which are incredible awesome. Well, these are incredibly awesome, but the ones from Grey for Nail Games are phenomenal. They updated everything, the rule set, the miniatures, everything. And I strongly suggest to go over and check them out, because you're not going to be disappointed whatsoever. The game already was incredible when Warlord Games had it, but the guys over at Grey for Nail Games just kept it going and just made it so much more better. So just go check them out at greyfornailgames.com. I'll put a link in the description. Having said about the rule set, from where it's going to be from the first edition plus a little bit of house rules mixed into it, even though that we're doing this and you don't think I'm doing a rules correction, a rules properly, my mind is just kind of wandering off on me here. It's been a long day already. But anyhow, when you, if you don't think I didn't make the proper rules or whatever, please comment below, let me know. And again, refer to, like, again, the first edition rule set, not the second edition, because we are not playing the second edition rule set, but we may be playing second edition in the future on our channel. So again, if I make any mistakes, just comment below. And if it is a house rule that I did, I'll be certainly comment and let you know this was a house rule, or even if it is something that I made that was incorrect, which I do. And I will be pointing that out, saying, yes, I did it wrong, thank you for your comment, and so forth. But what I would always ask everybody who is going to comment is, commenting on the rules mistakes, would be please refer to a page number and a page to let me know, as well as other viewers know, so we won't make that mistake in the future. And also, again, this is, like I said, it's the first edition of the rules. If you want to refer to Grey for Nail Games rules, then please just let us know that you're referring to Grey for Nail Games rules too as well, and I'll compare the both. Where I got the base idea for this scenario is in the Darkness and Descent. It is in the Ninjas of Iga expansion, the original one where you could get the dojo and the ninja master or samurai master, and then you get some ninjas too as well from Iga. And if you have this book, it's on page 9. It's Ambush in the Dark. So this is set up already. I know I've been doing some flybys of the board, but we'll explain a little bit more in detail after we go over this first.
A force of brave men have been tasked with delivering a strong box of coin to the local clan lord. But the forest road at night is a dangerous place, for there are eyes watching from the shadows, waiting to spring a trap.
Lay out the terrain as shown. Add or substitute your own scenery if you prefer. Defending player places 4 lanterns as described in the Darkness rules.
Players should agree on a limit between 15 and 24 points. Flip a coin to decide who starts on which side of the board. Players take turns deploying their warriors up to 12 inches onto the table, starting with their samurai hero, then any other samurai, and lastly commoners. The defending player can choose the warrior who is carrying the strong box, placing the objective marker at the same time as the warrior. The defending player draws the first token. Keep and take control of the strong box and carry it to the opposite table edge from your starting edge. Use the darkness rules described in the booklet. That reads, in a nighttime battle, it is much more difficult to spot anyone at a distance. If a battle is taking place in the darkness, the following rules apply. Anytime a warrior needs to see another warrior, example, in order to charge or shoot, they must first pass a test of wits to see through the darkness. Only one attempt to see through the darkness can be made per action. If the test fails, the other warrior cannot be seen. Choose the warrior's action all over again as if the other warrior was not there at all. Use the carrying rules described in the booklet that reads, warriors may need to carry items during this scenario. Use an objective marker to represent the item, moving it alongside the model. If the warrior is forced back or cut down by an enemy melee attack, then the attacker takes control of the item. If the warrior carrying the item loses his nerve or is cut down by shooting, then the item is dropped. Placing an objective marker of some kind to mark its location until another warrior moves into contact to pick it up. As soon as any warrior carrying the strong box reaches the opposite table edge from where he started, his force has won. The battle ends immediately. This scenario works just as well without the darkness rules, just a bit less atmospheric.
This game originally was going to be played by both Brady and myself, but Brady is on vacation, and because he's on vacation before he goes and starts college in September, he's gone down to see his family in Cape Breton. So if you see Brady, just say hi, and I said I love you, Maniac Dad, Maniac Rob, you know what I mean. Anyhow, so this is the board. From the image, like I said, I'll show you where everything is set up and so forth. Brady already, before he left where we played this, he already placed the 4 lanterns onto the board. Because remember, this mission is played in complete darkness. The total points for this is 24, I think it is in total. And Brady already picked his miniatures out, like I said, his army, and we're going to go in and take a look at what he has. So he has a samurai hero, and this samurai hero is the one that he set up that is carrying the riches or the gifts for the other warlord that they are transporting. My brain, like I said, long day, I apologize. And then he has a sergeant of archery too as well, loyal spearmen, 2 groups of loyal spearmen. He got experienced musketmen. He's got a musician, and the musician is pretty cool. Again, we're only going by this set of rules, the first edition. If the musician is within 12 inches, when a friendly commoner checks for loss of nerve, receive +1 die in the roll. So he's good to have, especially if he's close to, like, I would say the samurai, I would think anyhow. Loyal bowman and loyal bowman. So 2 sets of loyal bowman, 2 sets of spearmen, experienced musketman, your samurai hero, and we also got the sergeant of archery and the musician. And that is his. He got no upgrades attached, and that is his 24 points. It said into the scenario about deploying them 12 inches from the edge of the board, and also too as well, you have to deploy with your samurai hero first and then going on from there. I've already deployed because I just wanted to deploy. But you can see the samurai hero is going to be the one that is holding the chest of gold. So you can see him, if I put my finger, there's the samurai hero right there. And you can see here, you got bowman, the musician, you've got bowmen here, you got spearmen, and you got spearmen, oh, not even on camera, spearmen there, and you got the musketmen there. Musketmen, spearmen, I hope I'm just repeating this because of that. And you can see the mirror lantern, Brady already placed right there before he went on vacation. And there's one bowman, single bowman that is kind of over here, because this is the edge of the board. From here to the other end is the edge. And you can see that bowman right there. He's kind of following in the darkness, more darkness, I guess, because again, this is taking place at night. And I'll show you the lanterns that Brady have placed. Like I said, I already showed you one there. And he placed another one, let's zoom it right here. So remember, right there, right here, and he placed the third one here, and the fourth one right here. So this is all in the path of where Brady is. I guess he was planning on taking the all of the gold this way. Now you can see there's a building in darkness here, and I'm going to show you where I deployed my guys and who I chose now. For my war band of ninjas, I got the Kato the Shadow right here, and he has Black as Night. And the reason why he's got Black as Night, because he comes equipped with it. And Black as Night, when enemies try to see through darkness to target this warrior or any other ninja in the force, they lose 1 die. Very important to know when we're playing, where we're playing in the dark, so you'll see that. And we also have another ninja hero here, and I upgraded him with a bow. He already has quick fire, so it's just like throwing knives or what have you that he can throw. And he's unarmored. All the ninjas are unarmored actually, so they can't take a lot of hits. So we got to try to keep them in the shadows as much as possible. But he's got range. I think it's 24-inch range for the bow, if I'm not mistaken. And then down here, oh, that's right, and Kato has the bow too. So my 2 main guys, my Kato the Shadow and Ninja Hero, has bows. So they have better ranging weapons than my regular ninjas. I got 3 ninjas. And again, the point value to that is 24 points. And we've already determine who was going to go first when Brady was here before he left for vacation. And it is going to be the war clan of the samurai and the commoners that are making their way to the edge of this table, and the ninja got to take out the gold and take it that way, and they win. So from where Brady is first player, or Brady's team, he's going to beat me even though he's here. I can just tell already. Anyhow, first player token, there we go. That's not first player token actually. It came into the Warlord set. And it is actually a measuring tool, so you can see you have your marks in inches here. So it's really cool. Not on the other side of the blade, but on that side. I really like that, so I'm just using it as the first person for now. And if this is not a tutorial, we're just playing, and let's start it off. Tokens are all in the bag, giving it a shake. So Brady's first guy to activate is going to be a commoner. Gonna activate one of the sets of the Loyal Spearmen. And again, remember, this is in dark, complete darkness except for the lanterns, and in darkness with the rules, if I forgot to go over that. But again, this is not a tutorial, but in that mission, you've seen previously about talking about the map and everything, the darkness is through anything within 3 inches circumference of the lantern can be seen. So, and if it's not seen, if you're going to shoot, you have to do a wit test to see if you pass before you can even shoot at it. Your target, that is. So anyhow, I was the spearman. That's what I was doing. So I'm going to go 6 inches with these guys. Now, they are in sight. Now, they can move 6 inches or they can move 3 and be cautious or what have you, but they're just moving up. Actually, make a little bit of room here. They're moving here because, again, they're trying to keep the path lit to get to the other side of the board with the money or the gold, the silver, the jewelry that's into the chest. It's my turn, the ninjas to activate. I want to try to be as cautious as possible with them. Okay, so I got a commoner too as well to activate on my side. So one of my 3 ninjas are going to activate. When I say 3 ninjas, I mean these guys here, because they're all ninjas, but then you have the specialty ninjas, the Ninja Hero and Kato the Shadow. So just be aware of that. But anyhow, gonna activate one of my ninjas. One of my ninjas, the ninja that was on the other side of the wall, did move up his 6 inches. And the reason why he's not so worried is because you can see he's well outside the range of 3 inches for the ninja to be seen. So he's not running cautiously or moving cautiously by moving 3 inches and putting the token. He's going to full blown just running to get as close as he can. For a setup, obviously. Next, Samurai turn, Brady's turn. I'm just going to keep referring to Brady even though the Brady's not here. Oh, he's got the first Fate token. So when the first fate token happens, it means that his turn is over, Brady's turn, and you don't get to do nothing. Now, when the second one is drawn, whoever draws it will be able to pull a skill card randomly. Now we're on to my turn for the next one. The ninja turn, I should say, because yeah, you know what I mean. Let me know, it's been a long day. Oh, so I get to either use Kato or my ninja hero. Kato had moved. It's dark there because they're ninjas, so you can't see them, obviously. But Kato is this guy right here. He's not wearing a hood. So, and he's got like a grappling hook in his hand. But this ain't WYSIWYG, as in what you see is what you get for when you're playing, because you can pick weapons and so forth. But anyhow, he was over here, he just did a full 6 inches. Nobody can see him. He's not even close to a lantern or what have you. So that ends Kato's turn. Turn for Brady's team. Another commoner token was drawn. So I'm just wondering what should I do here? Now, the bowman can move. Now, if he moves up, oh, he already activated. He can't move again. Or no, he didn't activate yet. Did he? No, he didn't. It was the spearman I was thinking. So with the bowman, if he activates, he can move 3 inches and hopefully be able to shoot, but he has to roll to see if he sees them because they are not within the 3-inch range because of the darkness rule. So maybe I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this group of bowmen up 3 inches, and then I'm going to try to make a shot. So that's what I'm going to do. So there's the loyal bowman, activate it. I actually changed my mind. I'm still activating bowman, but instead of shooting, they're not even going to bother trying to shoot yet. They're just moving up further. You can see there, they moved up close to the spearman. So they moved up 6 inches instead of 3 in cautious or 3 in shoot. They are just up 6 inches. Next one I activated was a ninja hero. Just another ninja one. I could put it on Kato the Shadow if I want him to go again, because he has 3 activations and so does the ninja hero. We're going to put on ninja hero. I'm just going to move to 6 inches to get him closer. My ninja hero, you can see him. He's right here. And he was back, like he was further back this way. And he did his 6 inches, moved out, just no cautious, no nothing. And he's just making his way up. So pretty much what it is the entire team for this first turn would probably be just moving up and getting in position. So I'm not going to keep recording it. If I decide to shoot, or if Brady's team decides to shoot or something towards them lines, or if I draw the second fate token, I'll be back. If not, I'll be back at the end of the turn. I'll show you where everything is positioned. During this first round, I activated another one of my ninja heroes, or it was Kato, I think, that I activated. Anyhow, Brady's turn, he drew a fate token. So when the second fate token is drawn, you're going to just put it down, but they get to draw a skill card. And that's it. Usually the skill cards are only drawn if you're going to be playing like a campaign, but we're, again, some house rules that we're going to go on. So these are skill cards. So I'm just going to shuffle them up a couple of times because they were sitting on the table for a couple of days before I actually got to playing the game. So just there. How about that? That's the skill card. I want to try to do this as proper as possible. Alright, so the skill card is going to be exceptional armor. Ooh, this is pretty good. And it's ongoing. It says, if an enemy's damage roll against the samurai does not include any swords on the die, it counts as glanced off and does not cause a blood drop. Very nice. And again, enemy damage roll against the samurai. So it's going to go only to here because they're not samurais or commoners, it's just him. Pretty good. On one of my activations for round 1, I drew another one of my samurai tokens. Now, as the game played out, you can see that Kato has 2 activations already and the ninja hero has 1. I am going to risk this and put it on Kato because I want him to try to do something. So let's go to the board and see what he's going to do. You can see Kato was there from his previous turns. Now, what he's going to do is I just got this for the measuring tool. I know I'm going to use the first turn, but it's pretty handy. So he's going to go up to 3 inches. It's kind of hard putting him where he's supposed to go while I'm There we go. Using one hand. So there we go. So there's 3 inches, and now he is going to take a shot with his bow. Now, he could shoot down there because they're can be seen in the open, so he has no problem with that. But they are more of melee, and right now we want to get rid of the range as much as we can. That was the ninja's plan. So he's going to try to shoot at one of these guys. But before he does that, again, we're in the darkness and we have to roll to see if we can see them. But on top of that, with the way that the rules go, is they have to try to, your opponent got to try to shoot at the closest miniature or opponent's miniature. So shooting at the bad guy, the close one. And these technically are the closest. So because of that, first he's going to have to try to roll a wit test. And if he successfully passes a wit test, then he can choose another target that is not closer to him. So let's first do that. You can see here in Kato's card, his wit is 5. So chances are he may pass this. So he's got to roll 5 dice first to see if he can pick a further target. And again, all you need to do is roll 3 swords for successes. Now, he's only got 2. So therefore, he failed his wit test. So now he's had to try to pick out another one of the miniatures. So he's going to pick out the musket man, obviously, because that's what he wanted to do first. He's glad he failed that. So when you fail a wit test, you just got to try to pick out another target. And his new target is he is going to be picking out the musket man there, like I said. So they are pretty much, they're even. You don't have to roll it to say, yeah, I'm going to shoot that. But he still has to roll his wit test to see if he can see through the darkness or not within 3 inches of the lantern. 5 for his wit. And again, he needs 3. And hopefully no X's. He definitely was able to see that guy. He sensed it with his ninja because he is Kato the ninja, the shadow. So he's able to shoot now at the musketman. So we know it's over 12 inches. So when we're doing the damage, we have to only go with 2 dice instead of 3. 5 dice for his aim now, because again he passed the wit test for the musket guys he can see. So now he's got to get 3 successes with 5 dice. Oh, he's got 2. That could have been bad, but he did get his 3 successes because he could have had a fumble if he had more X's than sword. So he's okay. So he hit it. Now, the musketmen did not activate yet, so they have to pull the token out of their bag to try to do an agility to see if they can dodge it. So he took the token out, placed it onto his card. Kind of get in shot. There we go. And you can see there 3 is the agility, so that's how many dice he gets to roll. And again, they need to get 3 successes. Now, do they dodge the arrow? They do not. So now we're going to have to do the damage roll to see what damage is done to the musketeers. So you can see here for Kato for damage, he's got 5, but because it is under or over half, the dice got a special rule for the bow, and it means you have to roll 2 dice instead of 3 for damage. So he gets 5 plus 2 instead of 5 plus 3. 7 dice for damage. Uh-oh. Oi! He's got 3. Now remember, they have, I think it's quick fire rule the ninja. All the ninja do, which means that to see if you get more damage, you have to get like 5 swords. But I think it counts as 3 for them. I have to double check the quick fire rule and I'll be back. Because the ninjas have the quick fire rule, I did look that up, and quick fire means that for the special bonus to be triggered, or weapon bonus, it only needs 3 instead of 5, and you can see the 3 damage. So he's definitely getting damage onto the musketman. It's going to be pretty bad, because if you look here for weapon bonus, so we get down to the bow. Hopefully that's not too bright for you. So the bow, and it's not on a strike. It's not on the avoid. It's damage. So they get to move up 3 more inches after they damage the musketman. Blah. Because it was a clean shot, we're just gonna go pew. and one musket man is deado. Now, because of that, I'm just taking them off the board. They're not cut down because they're still alive. There's 2 left for the group, but they get hit, so they are going to get pushed back an inch. And I think that ends how the shot is taken, because Kato, who was up here, he was just so tactically trained and skillfully trained to shoot at them. Onto my activation, and for this first round still, and I drew my last samurai token, so therefore, because my first one, my Kato, is finished, so now it's going to be the ninja hero. You can see him, he's right there. He already moved the 3 inches because he was back behind a tree, and now he's going to attempt to take a shot at the bowmen, the group of bowmen right here. They are the closest, so he don't have to do a wit test to see if he can shoot them, because he just wants to try to shoot them anyhow, but now he has to make a wit test to see if he can see them, because, they might be within 3 inches, but I'll check that. Don't need to do a wit test because where the bowmen are here, I measured the tip of the base, which is right here, just hits the 3 inch mark, so therefore they are clearly seen, because you can see there's nothing in between the path of my ninja hero shooting with his bow, so he gets a straight shot to hit them guys. The ninja hero has 5 for his aim, and he's got 3 successes. Dun, dun, dun. And unfortunately, because these bowmen already activated, they cannot roll and avoid. They just moved up 3 or 6 inches, I should say. They're in there, and so they can't do anything. They don't have a caution token on them, so therefore we just go right to the damage for the bow. And you can see here, he has 5, just like Kato. So he's going to roll 5 plus 2, because the bow, it's over 12 inches, so he only gets 2 instead of 3. This is pure damage now. That's 7 dice going into the bowman. Oh, this is hurting them badly. Holy crapola. Look at that. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Now, again, we know what happens on to that. He's going to be able to move up after we do the damage for the bowman. So one of the bowmen have been shot. Let me look at the screen here. And they get pushed back an inch. Woo, the ninja are actually doing pretty good. They don't know where the heck them shots came from, just out of the dark. During one of Brady's activation, or the samurai activation, there's actually the first samurai token to activate this samurai, who is carrying the cash. And there he is there carrying the cash, but he got no muskets, he's got no bows, so the only thing he can do is move. He can move 3 incautious, but he's got 2 activations left, so he's going to move up to 6 inches. Whoops. Right there. And that ends his activation. Final activation on my first round for my ninja hero. So he is going to, as you can see him, he's down here. He is going to move 3 inches, which he did already, because he was over here, because he kind of lined up there to shoot at the samurai that was carrying, but the samurai sneakily moved up here, if that's a word, moved up here. You see samurai moved up here by the spearman, so because of that he wasn't in the open, which he was previously, so he moved 3 inches, and then he's going to shoot at the bowman again. 5. Oh, it's a fail. Lucky, because the bowman could not try to dodge, because the simple fact is they already used their token up. Anyhow, so he rolled the 5 and he failed. So, next turn. When I say next turn, I don't mean next round, I mean still continuing on with drawing the tokens out of the bag. During the first round, one of Brady's activation, he drew another samurai token. So what this samurai did is he moved up 3 inches, and you see a token there, we don't know what that is, so he went 3 inches and then he decided to go cautious. So what cautious is anybody attacks him, and if anybody attacks him, instead of pulling a token out if he has one left to try to dodge, he just has to burn that cautious token instead. So that's what the cautious token means. And continuing on, shall we? Alrighty, this is the third and final fate token that was drawn. So the game ends for this first round. Reset everything, pull the tokens off, put them all back in the bag, who was left, and start round 2.
Hope you're enjoying this battle report. Just remember, if you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, head over to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs to become an official sponsor, select one of the tiers, and get benefits.
At the start of round number 2, you can see all the tokens are removed except for the caution token. The way the caution token will get removed is if the miniature takes any action, then it is gone. So just be aware of that. And now we are going to go to the Ninjas of Iga. Takes the first turn on this because Brady's team had to start first. So now we're going to pass it over to the Ninjas of Iga. Token drawn for Ninjas of Iga is a commoner token, so one of the 3 ninjas is going to activate. The Ninja of Iga, he had moved up here 3 inches. Now he has, he don't have a bow, but he has throwing weapons, and they're a fast shot. I just got to see what the distance is for throwing them. 9 inches, and it's 2 dice, enough missiles to last a whole battle. So they have unlimited throwing weapons, so it is 9 inches, but as you can see there, he is not within 9 inches whatsoever. So I'm thinking what he's going to do is he too is going to just cross over here, because he moved his full 6 inches instead of 3 and 1 cautious or anything. He's just doing that. Actually, no. Good idea. So he's moving up. He is he's not within the 3-inch mark of the lantern, because I did measure to make sure he's not that way. And for his second action, he moved 3 inches, and he's going to go cautious, and that's what he's going to do. Now it's on to Brady's team. On the draw, they've got their first of 3 samurai tokens in the bag. The samurai had moved up 3 inches and went cautious. Now, originally I was going to get him over here, but if I get over here and the bowmen are going to move, they're not going to be able to try to shoot anything because you can't shoot through friendly miniatures. So he had to move here. Unfortunately, he is kind of stuck in between, that 3-inch mark. So he is able to be seen, but that's why he put a cautious token onto him. So anyhow, continuing on, I'm just going to keep playing off camera. When something big happens or is going to happen, I'll be back like usual. On one of the samurai's turns, they have drawn the first faith token. So therefore, their turn is void, and we keep going on, and the Ninja of Iga gets to go. Rounds don't really make a difference in this because it just depends on who gets to the edge of the table first. So I just put this down to keep track of round 4 myself and anybody else. So again, remember, we're on round 2. And the Ninja of Iga has drawn a commoner token. And just to let everyone know, this is the 3rd commoner token for the Ninja of Iga that has been drawn. So just be aware of that. So the ninja's not going to be able to do anything after this. This is the last ninja to activate on this round 2. And it's pretty interesting because with him, he can move and then he can go cautious, or he can attack, or what have you. And that ninja has, he don't have a bow, but he does have the throwing weapons. But you can see he's getting pretty close too, if we get in focus. The head samurai right there, which is what he wanted. So he may just move up 3 inches and measure to see if he is within the 9-inch range for the throwing knife. If so, what's going to happen. He's going to attack that samurai. If not, he's probably just going to move up 3 and go cautious possibly, but we'll see. I'll be back after I decide, and who knows. Just using the measuring tool that I said I'm going to use as the first player token, and it's obviously slash the measuring tool for small measurements. You don't need to use the measuring tape for this, but anyhow, he is definitely within 9 inches after he moved up, so he's not going cautious. he is just going to take a shot right at the samurai hero, but the samurai hero has the cautious. He's in within the 9 inches. He is touching the barricade, so he's not getting any like issues with hitting the samurai with his throwing weapon because he's in open sight, and also he's in range of the lantern, so he is definitely being able to be seen in clear sight. Let's go dice box and see what happens here. Because they're the lower class ninjas, or the commoners of the ninja, they are not as skilled, so because of that, their aim is only 3. And you don't get any bonuses or anything. So he just gets to shoot and bam. I think that's just really, there may be a darkness clause in there, I'm not sure. But I do know that he's able to be seen, so I'm just going to check one more thing. Nothing that I can see in the book. There is some stuff about unaware of the enemy and so forth. We're not going to touch upon that right now. So he is just going to see if he hits him with, you need 3 successes, such as what I see in my hand right there. Oh, he does get the 3 successes. Uh-oh. Now that samurai, he does have that cautious token, so instead of pulling one of his activation tokens out, he's just going to use the cautious token, so he's kind of like, I'm going to use that instead. Now, the samurai is going to be able to try to avoid. The samurai's avoidance is 5. So, and he got 3 successes. So he successfully avoided the attack. And that ends the Ninja of Iga's turn to try to hit the samurai. Now we're back onto the samurai team's turn. For the draw of the samurai team, I was going to but this just happened. I might as well just keep going recording this because it was important. I just did it, and I'm going to show you what happened just so we're up to speed on the same thing. Brady's team, or the samurai team, drew another samurai token, so he gets activated again. He was back there. He lost his cautious token, so he just moved 3 inches and became cautious again. Just so he's aware that he's got his cautious token again. Ninja of Iga's turn, and they drew a commoner token. Now, unfortunately, they only had 3 common ninjas, and they were all activated. So now this is going to go over to the samurai team, where they're going to have, you know, possibly like another action or something. So this commoner is going over to Brady's team, samurai team. Because the Ninjas of Iga had to give up this activation, we are going to do the musket men, because they already got indication from last round that there's somebody up on that hill or that ridge. So we're going to activate them now. They were here, they moved up their 3 inches, and they have 2 muskets. They have a 20-inch range, and the closest one up there, I'm just going to zoom in here, I don't like using zoom so much, is Kato. So first off, well, they got to do a test of wit to see if they can see Kato, because he is the closest anyhow, so they're going to have to try to see if they can see him and shoot. They have a wit of 4, and I don't think that goes in because they lost one. If I'm playing it wrong for this timestamp, the video right here, stopping, refer to a page number, and tell me what I should have done. But I'm just going by 4. There's 2 left. It could be less. We'll see. Anyhow, wit test, they definitely passed it, so they can definitely easily see Kato. Uh-oh. You can see on the card here, there is 2 left, because 2. And they get 2 or 3 left. They get a +1 to their aim. So they get 4 dice for aim to try to hit Kato now, because they know he's there. Kato shot at them last turn, killed one of them, which gave up his position, so it's their time to try and pay them back. 4 dice. Uh-oh, they fumbled with a musket on a shoot. And the reason why I say they fumbled, pretty simple. 2 X's, they have more X's than what they have successes, so a fumble on a shoot, we got to see what happens to them 2 musket men. Because it was a fumble on a shoot, counter, thrust, an accident. So because of that, roll a 1 die. If I get any swords, then what's going to happen is that the musket men are going to get a blood drop. But with the blood drop, I think that just means that one of them is going to die. I have to look that up, but anyhow, I need to see if I can get a sword. No, blank, so I don't have to worry about it anyhow, but it'd be interesting to find out what it means for that. Because of the fumble, what happens is they pretty much get pushed back an inch and they're going to have a blood drop. Now that will come into play later on and we will see that. Actually, that is more than an inch. There we go. Anyhow, we'll see what happens with that when we get to it. Ninja of Iga's turn, and we drew the second fate token. So because of that, our turn is over, but we do get an upgrade card, or skill card. Here comes skill card. Silent running. The warrior can move up to 5 inches during a cautious move action. Ooh, this is actually really good. Let's put it on our ninja hero. So, yep. And it's once per turn. It's an agility thing. So he's got that onto him now. Great. Now it's back to the samurai turn. Just want to show this on the samurai turn. We drew none other than a samurai token. And he moved up further, but he is playing it smart by going cautious. For the Ninjas of Iga turn, they drew a samurai token. So again, it can be either put on Kato the Shadow or Ninja Hero, but I want to place it on Ninja Hero because we're going to move up closer to try to get a shot, if we can, at that horrible, horrible samurai hero. Well, the Ninja Hero thinks samurai hero is horrible. So you can see there, he was here. I did move up 1 and then over 2 to 3 inches. And I did measure 2 as well to make sure that he is still outside of the lantern by just a smidgen. I keep hitting these. Anyhow, so now he is going to shoot. He's open in the clear. He's going to try to shoot him. He's open and clear, but still he has to see if he can see him because he's out of the range of the lantern. So we got to do a wit test for the Ninja Hero. 5 for the wit test for the Ninja Hero. And he passed it, so he can definitely see him. And he's going to shoot him with the bow, obviously. It's under half the distance, so you don't get a dice removed. So that's 8 dice, I think. 5 is his strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 for the bow. So, yep. That's 8. I can do math. Here goes. Yeah, like... And remember his quick fire. He didn't roll more X's than swords. And so he gets the bonus because he traded with the quick fire, which is the 3. But we might have a problem here. When I say I might have a problem here, the samurai has his token for avoidance, and all of his 3 tokens have been used up. So before I roll this, I should have rolled for his avoidance. So I'm just gonna take this off and roll it now. This might not even count. It depends on if the samurai can avoid or not. And the samurai has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for avoidance. Here goes. See if he's gonna avoid it. 1, 2, 3. Obviously he avoided. Oh, look at all the damage he would have suffered too. That sucks. Anyhow, you can tell what team I'm going for. The ninja, because I love the ninja. Anyhow, the samurai loses his avoidance, but he does not take any damage. And again, just so there's no confusion there, when I rolled a hit, I should have rolled for his avoidance because he did have the cautious token onto him, and then I wouldn't have been able to roll. But I already rolled that. I kind of skipped his, but I went back to it because I caught the mistake, and that means I don't get any damage. So just so we're on the same page here, so that is it, and we are on to the samurai's turn. And again, I'm just going to keep playing. When something happens, we'll be back. Big thing happened, so I figured I'd come back and let everybody know where we are, because it's very interesting. During this round 2, I was able to draw a token for one of the ninja heroes, or Kato, so I activated the ninja hero, and I moved him up here to 3 inches. Unfortunately, he's within the 3-inch range, so he kind of just stepped out in the light, saying, you know what, I'm here, I'm going to do it. So he aimed to try to shoot at the samurai hero. The samurai hero failed to avoid it, and the reason why he failed because he don't have any tokens left. So now we are onto the strike roll, and it's a total of 8. So that's 5 for the strength and 3 for the bow, because within 12 inches. Oh boy, actually, I'll get these I said here. Oh yeah, that is like total hitting, no fails, and they're gonna have a bonus too as well with shooting. And I can't remember what the bonus is. That I'll have to look it up and be back. What happens now, because of that incredible damage roll, is that this samurai warrior, bloop, he is downed because the ninja, not Kato, but the ninja hero is so well trained, he was able to just shoot the samurai and just drop him down like a sack of potatoes. Awesome job there, ninja hero, woo! Because he is dead, if any warrior is within 6 inches of the cut down warrior, but on the same team, they have to do a test, or if not, they're gonna have to flee. But you can see none of them is within 6 inches, so at least that's a bonus for it. But that's one gone, and now the treasure is in the open for the grabs. On to the samurai's turn, and we drew out the bag, the samurai token, but we know the samurai is downed. So because of that, this is going to one of either Kato or my ninja hero. And you can see I already pulled it out and I already did the move because I was going to show you. But anyhow, he did a full 6-inch move, and this one is the ninja hero, and he picked up the treasure. Now the only problem with that is this here was his last activation token, so he don't have any ability to dodge or nothing now. Very, very scary, but hopefully he'll be able to sustain himself long enough for this rest of the turn. Anyhow, we're continuing on. Scratch that, I totally forgot that the ninja hero has a silent running, which is agility. Once per turn, a warrior may move up to 5 inches during a cautious move action instead of the 3. So he moved up 5, which was just enough to get him to be able to be in range to be able to pick that up. And picking up that is not an action. So he moved for a cautious to 5 inches. He both got the treasure, and also he's able to put a token on himself, a cautious token. So if anybody tries to take attack, at least he'll be able to use that to do the avoidance. All right, I just wanted to clarify that because I looked at me. Wait a minute, I thought I had end. Yes. And that card again, for anybody who's wondering, silent running. On one of the turns of the Ninja Iga, I drew a commoner token, but unfortunately all 3 of my ninjas are activated, so therefore I had to pass the token off to the enemy. They're my enemy, obviously, the ninja enemy. And they were able to do a commoner token. Jeez, I can't talk. So what we're doing is replacing it onto the bowman right here because they did not activate yet. And what we're going to do is we're going to move 3 inches. Yep. They are actually, you know what, if they're going to move 3 inches, let's go back there. We may be lucky, but in either case there, and they're going to try to shoot at our hero here that has the treasure chest. But because he is in darkness, because he obviously is outside the range of 3 inches, they have to do a wit test to see if they can survive that. So the wit test is 3 dice. Wit test, and I say to survive that, it's so that they can see the ninja. And, no, shoot. Uh-oh. So the bow guys move once, they can't see him, so now they gotta just try to see somebody else. Next closest one is going to be this lone ninja right here. So we have to do a wit test to see they are touching the barricade and that ninja is touching the barricade. So I am saying it's not interfering with anything, but it don't make a difference. But they have to roll to see if they can see them anyhow. Looking for 3 successes. Oh, they definitely am able to see those. So success now, they already moved, so now they're going to try to shoot the bows at that ninja. We're going to have to fix something here. I did make a mistake. I forgot that the ninjas, because of the 1 card, it's black as night, means that to trying to see them into the dark, you have to roll 1 fewer die. So the wit test for them to see the second ninja is going to be 2. I just have to reframe this because... And 2, they failed, so they can't even shoot at that one anyhow. So Kato is next. Let's check the line of sight on Kato. You can see there that the bowman, which is right here, actually can they got a clear line of sight to Kato. It is upward, but it don't make a difference. I'm just going to say they can see him, but they have to roll to see if they can actually see in the dark that far. So let's go and see if they can make the proper wit test. Again, got to reduce it to 2 dice from 3 to 2. 3. Successfully able to see Kato, so they are going to shoot now. 4 dice. And unfortunately, they failed. Ooh. Third fate token has been drawn for round number 2. So let's do a recap where we're at before we start round number 3. Slowly, the Iga Ninja are making their way up because they've already successfully captured the gold. But they have to keep together and move uniformly as much as they can to try to get through the amount of enemies that are left on the board before ending it right here to the end, and then they would win. But unfortunately, they have a lot, as you see, to go around. So by the end of turn 2, excuse me, hiccuped again, we got one of our ninjas, we got another ninja, we got our hero who has the caution token, and also he's got the gold too as well. I'm going to put, for this one, I'm just going to place this underneath his base because that's where I placed it onto the samurai that had it. And you can see also for the ninja side, we have Kato the Shadow right here, and we also have another ninja just in the back here. So they are working their way up. None have been taking any wounds or any casualties yet. But on the other side of the samurai, you can see there's a bowman that was taken out. We have another bowman right there. And we also have a group of spearmen. We got a musician left. We still got another group of bowmen. We got -1 musketmen. And you can see the spearmen has moved away up. They're slowly going up here because you know the musketman has shot somewhere up here. So they are just going and investigating. Remember, this is all done in complete darkness, except for the lanterns where they got the 3 inches. So anyhow, let's go on to round number 3. At the start of round 3, even though rounds don't really make any difference in this one because you have to get to the opposite side of the table edge and that is it. So anyhow, shaky, eggs and bacon. Oh, I want eggs and bacon now. Anyhow, so it is on to Brady's side, or the samurai side I should say, because the last turn it was the ninjas that got it. So the first one is the samurai, but as you can see, our samurai is down, so now this is going to go over to one of the ninja hero, or Kato the Shadow. I have to see what is more beneficial, and I'll be back. I am placing this, focus, there we go, on Kato the Shadow. The ninja hero has a caution token. I don't want to lose that just in case. So therefore, Kato Shadow, and we all know what he's going to do. He's going to try to hit the archers to try to take them down. So let's go and see that in action. And there's the dreaded 2-pair archers that Kato, that you can see right there, is going to shoot. Let's go to Dice Box and see if he can do any damage. First off, 5 aim going into the archers. And definitely success, 3. So now if the archers, where they didn't activate, because it's still fresh the third round, so they're going to grab their commoner token out so that they can try to make a dodge or an avoidance. There's their token pulled out, so now we have to see if they can avoid. They have 3 for avoidance, and they got 4. They succeeded. Hoo-hoo, they were planning on this to happen, I guess. They were so aware. On the Sergeant of Archery's turn, he tried to shoot at the ninja hero, and he was successfully able to see him. So then he shot to try to do it and to hit him, and the ninja was successful with the avoidance, and he burnt that token, the caution token for that. But they, or he I should say, did a fumble. And because he did a fumble, he's getting a blood wound because the ninja did a quick jab. I know they're not in range, but it just says to roll 1 die, and if you get a sword, they get a blood drop. So he got a blood drop. On one of the Ninja of Iga's turn, what they did is they pulled out a commoner token and they activated one of their 3 ninja commoners, and he was here and he moved up 3 inches, and now he's going to try to hit this the sergeant at arms, the sergeant of archery, I should say, that has a blood drop. Now again, this blood drop will possibly come into play at this one. First, it's 3 dice for the aim for that commoner ninja. And he's got 1, 2, but he didn't make the attack. Oh, but you have to be within 6 inches to be able to see him. I should have measured that first. He's within 6 inches. Anybody who's within 6 inches can see no matter if it's dark or not. And I forgot to check that first for the wit test on camera. But it was alright because he failed to hit him and he is done. During the round 3, the other 3 loyal bowmen has moved up and they shot at none other than the ninja hero, and this time they successfully cut him down. Now because he's cut down, there's nobody within 6 inches that has to take, oh actually I have to check this out because this ninja may have to make a panic test because of seeing the hero slaying down. Yes he does, oh no! So he has to make a wit test to see if he is safe from the horror of seeing his fellow ninja fallen. This is the first loss of nerve test we had to do, really, because fallen brother. So the ninja has 3, so you need 3 successes. And he's got 2, so he has fleed a little bit, so I have to move him back 6 inches straight back from where he is. I realized I said the wrong thing there, but I did the right thing, if that makes sense. Anyhow, when you're doing to see if you lose your nerve, you don't do a wit test, you're actually doing a test of honor test to see if you keep your honor enough and you're able to just stand up and keep fighting, or are you going to be a coward and run away. So it's the 3 dice, they still rolled because they were the same anyhow, but he ran away because he's a coward. First fate token drawn for round 3 on the Ninjas of Iga side. Second fate token drawn on the Ninja of Iga's turn again. So that's the first time they drew it, the second time they drew it. Alright, let's see what kind of upgrade card they actually get. Here we go. And it is defense form. The Samurai's avoid bonus is triggered by rolling 4+ swords rather than 5+ swords. Declare that you were using this skill before making the avoid roll. They all have quick fire, so this is not going to do any good for them, so I'm just going to throw it aside. On one of the Samurai's turn, for turn 3, they drew a Samurai token, but their Samurai is slain, so it gets passed off to the Ninjas of Iga, and we chose to activate none other than Kato, the Shadow. And he's pretty much on the edge of the this. It is just 3 inches, so because of that, it's an automatic success. So he's going to 3 inches, so it'll just be down here. And that is one movement. Now the second movement, he can move over there, but he's not going to be stupid. He has to play it cautiously, and I'm not even on camera for him. Where are you, Kato? Oh, wrong way. There you go. I was just reaching for a token, sorry. So that was his 3 inches. He's not going to shoot or attack or anything. He's going cautious. There he is there. All right. It is actually the turn for the Ninjas of Iga now, and they drew a Samurai token, and the only one left is this Samurai. Well, he's a ninja. He's Kato, and you can see he wasn't there. What happened? Well, I played him off camera, showing you where he did. I moved it 3 inches over, so he has captured the box of, or the chest of money, and then he went cautious because he only has one more token left for the Samurai, and the thing is if he don't have to use it, then he's not going to use it. Third faith token is drawn. So just to recap on where we at for the end of third turn. I can't talk. So anyhow, you can see the musketmen have a drop a blood drop onto them here, and they're missing one. I already went through about the missing one, so that's pretty cool. Up here, they tried to make their way up. He was so good that he managed to drop one and a blood drop too as well. Like, this is phenomenal what he did. These guys, Bowman, they just kind of, they couldn't actually do anything else because of the third faith was drawn. You can see them spearmen moved up. The music man is there. These guys are close. And you can see that Kato now has the treasure chest and also the caution token. So anyhow, we're going on to the next turn where it is going to be the ninjas first off. Turn number 4. Top of turn 4, and it is the Ninjas of Iga, and it is Kato the Shadow is going first. For Kato, what he did is he actually just did 3 inches. Actually, it's 5 inches he got for the, I think it's his card. I'll have to double check, because if that's the case, he can make it over there and still be cautious. No, it was the ninja hero that had that on his card, unfortunately. So Kato just moving there and being cautious. But he can be seen by a lot here. This is kind of bad for Kato, but hey, he needs to just try to get to the other end of the board, because that's the whole plan. For this round number 4, it is on to the samurais. They drew a counter token, and you won't believe what happened. This is absolutely crazy. Elected the spearmen. They were here. He was over here, so therefore it's a hindering charge, but you just move them out of the way, but they're going to have a -1 die to their aim. But they are up now to attack none other than the last ninja samurai hero kind of thing, I guess. So Kato the Shadow. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. I reset them there. The reason why is because for doing a charge, you have to kind of treat it like a shoot action from a distance, and I'll explain how it is in the book. So first off, you're going to have to do the aim test, and that aim test is 3+1 for that group. The reason why 3+1 you can see there, because the 3 of them are remaining, and it's 3+1 right there. It says 2 or 3 left, it's a +1 die. So it's 4 dice for their aim. Before they charge, you have to succeed with this. Oh, they definitely did. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's good. So now we have to do the avoidance roll for none other than Kato the Shadow. So what he's going to do is he's going to use this caution token, so I don't have to pull one out. And his avoidance is actually 5. So I get my 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Kato. I think that's his avoidance. Ah, he is unarmored, so it's 5+1, so he gets 6 dice for avoidance. Here we go. He just needs 3 successes. And he definitely got his 3 successes. He got 4. And he has quick fire, so all he needs is 3 for a success. So because he avoided, he may actually get a bonus here. Avoidance from spears is if you get the bonus, it's a quick jab. So if he gets an X, they get a blood drop automatically. Or not an X, sorry, a sword. So it don't matter if he gets 1 or 2 swords or many, he just still gets 1 blood drop. And that is it. He tried to do a charge. He failed because he was able to maneuver out, but they did get a quick wound or a light wound because of the quick jab from none other than Kato the Shadow. One of the turns on round number 4, it is onto the samurais, and they drew the first fate token, so their turn is over and we're continuing on. The turn right after the samurai was Ninja of Iga, and they drew the second fate token, and they have an upgrade card. Shuriken for shooting attacks with a thrown weapon. They have a thrown weapon. The warrior's damage bonus is triggered as long as at least 1 sword was rolled. That is really cool. But they can use their 2 swords for melee too as well if they want. But anyhow, nice to have, and I gave it to one of my ninjas. Continuing on. Third fate token is drawn for round number 4. So now we have to go around and talk about what happened in this round. Nobody else did die during this round, which was good. Nothing else really happened. You can see though the musket men, which are way down here, they were going to go, but actually decided to move this way, just help, because the spearmen are still going to make it up there because they want to see what the heck is going on. They don't know that whatever ninja was up there jumped down. And now you can see this is where we're at, standing for round number 4. Now we're going on to round number 5. Top of round number 5. Let's see who on the ninja side is going to go first. And it is the samurai. I meant to say it's the samurai that are going first, sorry, because the Ninja of Iga went first on round 4. So now, unfortunately, it is going to be the Ninja of Iga going first. It is actually going to be Kato the Shadow, because the samurai don't have a samurai member left. It's all these commoners. So this goes over to none other than the Ninja of Iga himself. Kato jumped over, but he's playing it smart. He's not going to go charge. He's just going to go caution and just play there and stay there, and hopefully he's going to be able to advance further. First round of the samurai team now. It is a fate token, so samurai team don't get a turn, and we're back to the Ninjas of Iga. And again, I'll be back when something big happens for this round number 5. Second fate token drawn on turn 5, and this time it's on the samurai, so they get an upgrade card. Let's see what upgrade card we're going to have. And it is defense form. The samurai avoid bonus is triggered by the rolling +4 swords or player. Oh, so this is a samurai avoid bonus. So unfortunately there's no samurai, so that is get discarded. That was a total loss. Alright, continuing on. On one of the turns for the Ninjas of Iga on round 5, he drew a samurai token. That's the last one for him. He moved up 3 inches in his caution, so you can see he's very close to finishing. Hopefully it's going to work. We'll find out. So obviously he can't get in here because that's where they left. So I'm just going to say, if he gets to there, obviously he's going to win. I know I said previously you got to get to center there, but why would he go into the front gates of the tower or the castle that they went out with the money anyhow, just to bring the money back? That don't make sense. So just a little adjustment here again, as long as he just gets within this proximity, because that is kind of like the edge of the board, we'd say, because this here, nah. Or actually, if he just touches anywhere on the edge, we'll do it, because it is the edge. So if he touches anywhere on the edge of these walls, not here, but here, that means that the ninjas win. But anyhow, continuing on. During round 5, it is the third and final fate token now that is drawn. So you draw them really fast for the 4th round and 5th round here. And just as a quick recap here, not a lot of guys had that was able to activate, so nothing really happened. The only thing significant I would say that happened was that Kato was able to move up a little bit further. These guys turned around and take a shot at them when they activated, but they failed to hit. So, oh well, and they didn't have to do a wit test for the darkness because they're within 6 inches. No big deal. Anyhow, now we are going on to round number 6. Top of round 6, we're on to the first turn goes to the Ninjas of Iga. So let's see what happens. Grab one, and it is a commoner token. The ninja with the shuriken, well, he got the claws, but he has the shuriken because that upgrade card. He's moving up 3 inches, like so, and he's going to attack this wounded sergeant of archery. 3 dice, and 2, he did not do it, so, oh well. Another activation for the Ninjas of Iga. It was Kato because of the samurai activation token, so he just crossed over, moved up a little tiny bit, and became cautious again. Round 6. During the round, first fate token was drawn by the Ninjas of Iga. On one of the turns for round 6 for the Ninjas of Iga, what we drawn is a samurai token, and I do believe, no, that's not the second, the last one. That is the second token for the samurai, for the ninja hero, I should say, not the samurai. So we place that there. And you can see that, I'm saying that's, you just got to be close enough. He is going to be touching the base of the wall with his base. So therefore, I would say that the game is over and the success goes to none other than the Ninja of Iga. Well, there you have it, Board Game Maniacs. Hope you enjoyed this battle report by using the first edition rule set mixed with a little bit of house rules for Warlord Games Test of Honor Season 1. And as said before, if you want to get more into this, Warlord Games has stopped producing this, but you can go to grayfornailgames.com. The link is in the description, where you can go there and you can download their free second startup rule set, where if you want to get into the newer, the newer, you know what I mean, like the newer rule set for Season 2 or the second set, whatever you want to call it. So if you want to see me to play more of this Test of Honor Warlord Games or Test of Honor Gray for Nail Games, comment below, let us know, and we'll see what we can do to try to work something out to play this again with the updated rule set. So for until then, I want you to remember the ninjas of the night, the Ninja Iga, are the most dangerous of all, because they're a maniac when they play. So don't forget, when you play board games, tabletop games, any kind of games, be a maniac. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to keep up to date with Board Game Maniacs, click on the like and subscribe button to be notified when more videos come available. If you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, go to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs. Or you can go to streamlabs.com/BoardGameManiacs1. That's right, and you can donate to help keep the lights on, keep food in our bellies, and play more games. We'll purchase more games, more equipment to make Board Game Maniacs evolve and get bigger and larger. Because of you, the viewers, I thank you from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head for all of your support. And until next time, Board Game Maniacs, be a maniac.